Stop scrolling. Because three developments just collided in Los Angeles, and one of them could completely change Justin Herbert's future. The Chargers are standing at a crossroads. A former first-round receiver with a $17.5 million decision hanging over his head. A superstar quarterback taking a brutal hit with no flag, no fine, and no accountability. And now, a $24 million Pro Bowl offensive lineman is officially on the Chargers' radar. Before we dive in, if you ride with the Bolts, show it right now, like, share, and subscribe, because this offseason is about to define everything. Now let me ask you something right out of the gate. Are the Chargers finally about to protect Justin Herbert the way a franchise quarterback deserves, or are we watching the same mistakes repeat themselves again? Let's start with the decision that has split Bolt fam straight down the middle. Quinton Johnston. A single quote from Chargers general manager Joe Hortiz sent shockwaves through the fanbase. Standing at the podium, microphones everywhere, the question was simple and direct. Are the Chargers picking up Quinton Johnston's fifth-year option? Hortiz paused. Then he said it. I'm a big fan of Q. That wasn't accidental. That wasn't filler. That was intentional. And that one sentence tells you exactly where this front office is leaning. Quinton Johnston has been one of the most polarizing players in recent Chargers history. Big frame. Elite athletic traits. First-round expectations. And yet, moments that have left fans frustrated and divided. The drops. The inconsistency. The games where he disappears. But here's the part that gets overlooked. 2025 quietly became his most productive season. Johnston finished with 51 catches, 735 yards, and 8 touchdowns on 84 targets, all career highs. That matters. Production matters. Growth matters. And early in the season, it looked like the breakout was real. Over the first 4 weeks, Johnston caught 22 passes for 337 yards on 36 targets. He looked confident. He looked involved. He looked like a focal point. Then everything changed. Over the next 8 games, his role shrank. Targets dried up. Trey Harris began eating into snaps. Johnston managed just 35 targets and 196 yards across that stretch. He faded. Until the end. When the season was on the line, Johnston showed up. In his final 2 games against Dallas and Houston, he caught 9 passes for 202 yards and a touchdown. That's the version the Chargers are betting on. Now here's the financial reality. According to Over the Cap, Johnston's 5th-year option comes in at $17.5 million. That's not pocket change. But the Chargers are projected to have over $167 million in cap space in 2027. This isn't about money. It's about belief. Joe Hortiz made it clear the organization sees growth from year 1 through year 3. They believe a new offensive coordinator, after moving on from Greg Roman, could unlock Johnston in a system that actually maximizes his skill set. This is the make-or-break offseason. So here's your question of the day, and be honest in the comments. Should the Chargers pick up Quinton Johnston's $17.5 million 5th-year option, yes or no? Because while that debate is heating up, another moment has Chargers fans absolutely furious. Justin Herbert took a shot to the head. And the referees did absolutely nothing. Second quarter. 41 seconds left. 3rd and 11. The Patriots send pressure. Defensive lineman Milton Williams gets home. And then it happens. Clear contact to Herbert's helmet. The rulebook is explicit. That is roughing the passer. 15 yards. Automatic first down. No flag. No explanation. Jim Harbaugh's reaction on the sideline said everything. Chris Collinsworth immediately called it out on the broadcast. NBC Rules analyst Terry McCauley confirmed it should have been a penalty. Everyone saw it, except the officials. And the consequences were massive. The Chargers punted. The Patriots kicked a field goal before halftime. Momentum flipped. The final score ended 6-3, and the Chargers' season was over. That single missed call directly impacted the game. So what did the NFL do? Nothing. The league released its weekly accountability report. 8 players across the league were fined. Milton Williams was not one of them. According to league policy, roughing the passer fines start at $17,389 and can climb over $23,000. The NFL can fine players even if flags aren't thrown. They chose not to. That hit went unpunished. Justin Herbert absorbed it. And the Chargers went home. Do you believe the NFL got that call wrong? If you think the Chargers were robbed, say it in the comments. And here's the uncomfortable truth. If Justin Herbert keeps taking hits like that, nothing else matters. Which brings us to the move that could finally change everything. The Chargers are now being linked to a $24 million Pro Bowl guard. Isaac Seumalo. This is not a rumor pulled from nowhere. ESPN's Aaron Schatz publicly projected the Chargers as a top landing spot for Seumalo, and it makes perfect sense. Let's talk reality. Justin Herbert was sacked 6 times in that playoff loss. 54 times over the season. The offensive line was a revolving door. Joe Alt went down with a season-ending ankle injury in Week 9. Rashawn Slater never made it out of training camp. Line combinations changed weekly. It was chaos. Isaac Seumalo represents stability. The 32-year-old guard earned a Pro Bowl selection in 2024 with Pittsburgh and posted a 96.9% pass block win rate, second best among all guards in the NFL. That's elite. Seumalo entered the league as a third-round pick by Philadelphia in 2016. He spent 7 seasons with the Eagles, won a Super Bowl, then signed a 3-year, $24 million deal with the Steelers in 2023. He's been rock solid ever since. According to Schatz, even heading into his age 33 season, Seumalo's pass protection remains top tier, his run blocking is physical, and his experience is exactly what a young offense needs. The Chargers have nearly $110 million in cap space this offseason. They can afford him. And imagine this scenario. Joe Alt returns healthy. Rashawn Slater locks down the left side. Isaac Seumalo solidifies the interior. Suddenly, the offensive line is no longer a liability, it's a weapon. Seumalo is an unrestricted free agent. Pittsburgh wants him back. But Los Angeles can outbid them. Joe Hortiz has already emphasized upgrading the trenches. This move fits perfectly. So let me ask you this, is Isaac Seumalo the missing piece this offensive line has been begging for? Because now it's time to connect everything. This offseason will define the Chargers' championship window. Quinton Johnston's future sits at $17.5 million. Joe Hortiz's endorsement suggests belief, but the risk is real. Justin Herbert absorbed a helmet shot with no protection from the league, a reminder of how fragile this window truly is. And Isaac Seumalo represents a chance to finally fix what's been broken for years. If the Chargers execute, hire the right offensive coordinator, protect Herbert, add veteran stability, and stay healthy, this team becomes a real problem. The Chiefs won't be comfortable. The Raiders stay buried. The Broncos watch from home. The Chargers have flexibility. Cap space. Draft capital. A franchise quarterback. Now they need precision. Because Seumalo is also being courted by Pittsburgh. A decision could come within days. And there are rumblings of another defensive free agent target waiting in the wings. This offseason isn't quiet. It's loaded. Bolt up. Because the surge is coming.